But what's up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day outside.
Welcome back
It's
to
a beautiful
episode
day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day.
to episode 7, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers,
Damn.
cheers. Episode 7.
These weeks are going quick.
Yeah.
They're passing.
Cheers. With my empty cup.
Bobby said cheers.
No, you're nasty. I said cheers with my empty cup. You ass.
Change his background in a minute here, guys. I'm just putting a sandwich together
Why you
Yo,
changing the
Coco
background?
stupid.
because I don't want you to get offended if you don't want to give you no
Todo el
data.
mundo está comiendo. Bueno, I'm about to make me a sandwich too.
Damn, bro. Be yourself. Stop trying to be like me. Damn, be
That's the
authentic.
quickest thing to make.
Be
Right?
authentic, bro.
Just
We
take
just
Be
stopped at
some
Dunkin'
original.
bread,
Donuts.
some mayo, and some cold cuts, and that's it.
We stopped at Dunkin' Donuts to get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yummers.
Wow.
I don't really buy outside food, so when I do, it's like a miracle.
I know,
'Cause
right?
it's usually Carlos. I don't do the outside food thing.
That's crazy.
I'd rather make a sandwich. I'd rather do it all. Is Matthew joining the podcast today, Tita?
Matthew. Matt.
Or was
They're
he
asking
just...
if you joined the podcast today.
No, I'm making moves.
No, he's making moves.
Oh, he's making moves. He
Oh,
got a
you
date
making money
today.
moves? Where's my money
Matt,
at,
you
Matt?
making money moves?
He got a date today, boo boo.
Matt, at least give him 5 minutes. Tell him what kind of moves you making.
What kind of moves you making,
Tell him, baby,
Bobby?
they want to know.
You coming to Jersey, Matt?
Matt.
You coming to Jersey?
Not today.
Oh, it's not today?
No,
That's for another day?
maybe.
Coco,
Oh,
I
snappy.
think that guy behind you wants a piece of your sandwich.
I think he want more than his sandwich. He want that ass.
I think Bobby wants a fucking piece of the sandwich.
Yo, you stupid, Coco.
Why didn't everybody eat before getting on?
I'm just joking. I ate already. I'm freaking tired. I've been up since like 8 o'clock in the morning. 8:22. I woke up. Thank you, God. Every time I see 22, I say thank you, God. But when I see 23, I say thank you, Ma. I've been seeing 23 a lot too.
So how's everybody doing and coping? How is everybody, how do you guys think? Sometimes I'm like, for me, I'm like, wow. Like, this is like, for me, I'm like, wow, God is good because the strength that he has given me, I'm better. Like, I'm better. I'm not there because yesterday I had my boo-hoo moment. Like, I was like, behind the scenes crying. It was a moment alone, thinking about her. I started talking to her and I just broke down crying. But for the first for the first moment that she had passed, I would wake up crying every day and go to sleep crying. That's how hard it was. It's gotten better, not, but I'm like, wow, I can't believe, my sister transitioned and I'm here and I'm actually okay.
Functioning. You're functional.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh my God. I was telling my friend, like, what better way than for her to leave the way she did? And I'm so grateful and glad that she left in the way she did.
I think with the functional piece is like, time doesn't stop for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it sucks, but time stops for nobody. And at the end of the day, the bills start to come, they're going to accumulate. Life is going to go on. It's not like somebody passes and God is like, like the world is like, all right, well, we're going to stop your bills for this month. You can go ahead and cope. Like, it doesn't happen that way. So as far as functioning, I feel like it's at some sort of extent, like, even though we might not be feeling it or may feeling good, we still got to keep moving. We got to still moving with the bumpers and the road, because life is going to go on. Like, I still have 2 girls I got to cater for and I got to take care of. I still have a man that I got to, you know, make sure he's okay. Like, family that we got to still make sure we're each other good. That you still got Jasleen, right? Barbie, you still got rent and bills to pay, right?
Yeah.
And you still got to show up for your nieces and your nephews. Like, we
Yeah.
still got to show up, and we got to show up for each other. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, you know, unfortunately, it's like you see, she passed. Like, when we stepped outside, you see people laughing and walking, and it's just
I
like,
know.
why the fuck isn't the world
Yeah.
stopping right now? Like,
Yeah.
my
Exactly.
mother just passed. Like, your aunt
Right.
crying,
Like,
you know?
world stop.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
Like,
and
right?
I'm pretty sure that's how people felt maybe as they saw us walking past, right? And they just lost someone. And that's why, you know, when people are in a bad mood or going through things, and you go to a store and somebody's having a bad day, you just don't know what that person went through.
Exactly.
Maybe they didn't have, maybe somebody just passed away yesterday and their job is not offering them, you know, the what is it, those bereavement days, right? Like, maybe they only gave them 2 days and that's not what they needed, but they got to come back to work because they still got to pay bills.
Yeah.
You know, so
like, you never know what
like,
someone is going through.
Right.
Yeah.
You just really truly never know what somebody is going through. And I feel
exactly.
like with everything comes a lesson. And with mommy's passing, as hard as it is, I still don't know what the lesson is, but I feel like there's something that we're gonna learn from this. And we're learning how to grieve, right? We're learning how to whatever. We're gonna learn something, but along the way, there's a lesson that's going to be learned based off of what happened with mommy. Whether it's we're gonna be a little bit more vulnerable to people who are grieving, or we're going to be more sympathetic to people who are going through something that we may just not know. We're going to learn something through this, right? Being more sympathetic, whatever the case is, I feel like we're all going to learn something throughout this little path that we're going through right now. But that's kind of what I wanted to share. And, you know, for me, myself, it's been, you know, it comes in waves. It's still coming in waves for me, but it's been a little bit harder just because my oldest is starting to grieve a little bit more now than earlier. When we were all grieving, that's when I expected her to grieve. But like we all say, right, everybody grieves differently in a different time at a different pace. So right now she's starting to grieve. So now I'm dealing with her as if it was like day one. So it's been kind of tough because now I'm reliving that again.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you start to think it gets a little bit better as time goes on. It's like, all right, and now I got to start it over with her. So kind of just going through that. But other than that, it's been okay. As you guys know, we celebrated her birthday. Now we have to deal with Christmas and New Year's and Christmas Eve without her for the first time. So we're still going through the first of many more to come. But for the most part, you know, like, keep going, unfortunately. But of course, with her memory alive with all of us, we got her ashes finally, y'all. Like, that was a perfect thing. We got it for her birthday, right in time for her birthday. So she was with us on her birthday. You know, Barbie got a necklace with her ashes in it. Coco, you got something. Your mother has it already, and I'm getting everything. I actually got your urn today. Well, yesterday.
Oh yeah, Coco, yours is mad cute.
So I got Tita's urn, and I'll be putting the ashes in it today to then deliver her to her when I go to New York. And just waiting for everybody's, you know, peace so that I can actually put the ashes in there. And then the rest of the ashes, you know, we'll do what we said. As each of us go on vacation individually or together, we'll continue to spread her ashes wherever we go. But I think that was like the cherry on top, like the fact that we had her ashes.
I wanted to show my little necklace. This is my necklace. It says, your wings were ready, but my heart was not. And it says mom, and it has a wing and her birthstone.
It's super beautiful. I actually saw one just like that. I was considering getting the girls, but it was with her picture in it.
That's beautiful.
And it was something small, and I could put her ashes in it, or I can just get the necklace. I think I want to put the ashes in there for them. You know, if they lose it, they lose it. It's a very small amount, but so I think they'll cherish that, because when I tell you that they love their grandma, they love their grandma. So, but yeah, Coco, how was your day, Coco? How was your week, rather?
Mine was good, guys. It was a long week. Like insane gave me the itis.
It was a long what, you said?
A long week.
A long week, always at work. But no, it was a good week, guys. Positive, productive, just trying to stay above water. And just, you know, keep pushing forward. That's all we could do. You guys stated a lot of good points right now. It's a lot of information to gather in, but definitely one thing all those things have in common is time, you know. They all carry that side partner of time, and Only time is really, there's no, not the words you guys spoke right now, but just the words in general. There's no perfect words, I like to, yeah. But overall, good week, guys. We back again, episode 7. I sent Alex the link right now too, so hopefully he joins. If not, we'll catch him on the next one.
Okay. Tita, how was your week?
It was good, very good. Good week, good week. Good week doesn't mean that I didn't cry during the week, because I'm still crying on and off, in waves, but good week. I can't complain.
I think it's important that people, you don't even have to give us that disclaimer because we know that you're hurting. We're all hurting,
Yeah.
and the world needs to know that it's okay to be happy while you're grieving. It's okay to smile and laugh and enjoy moments of life because you're still here. You're still here for a reason. And if mommy was here, mommy would tell us she wants us to be happy. She wants us to live. She wants us to push forward. And you know what's crazy? Mommy left physically, but mommy didn't leave spiritually. Because I know we all feel her. We all feel her, whether it's through each other, like we feel like each of us carry a piece of her, or whether it's signs, or whether it's a song that comes on or a food that we eat. We all feel her. So it's important that the world understands that during the grieving process, it's okay to have a good week and a good day and laugh and joke, because that's what that person will want for you. They wouldn't want you to stop living your life because they stopped living.
Absolutely. And I only said that, I don't know why, but I know that I don't have to give you guys or anyone explanations, believe me. I'm saying, when my mom passed, for example, there was a lot of crying with me and Evelyn. We cried a lot during the first probably few months, probably till a year. And then there was that stage that we were able to talk about her and go on with our days without tears. I think it's just like a stage. It comes in stages.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one thing, so yesterday we went on live, right? Barbie, myself, and my aunt. And one of the things that somebody pointed out, they were like, "Oh, you guys are doing so well. You guys are doing so strong." One thing I do want to notate is that just like everybody else in the social media world, we only allow you to see what we allow you to see, right? You're not looking at the behind the scenes. We're not recording each other crying or sobbing or having those moments, or even like her grandchildren crying, right? Because Kairos cried on Thanksgiving Day, and that was tough when we were releasing the lanterns, and he was crying for my mom. Emmeline cried the night of her birthday, like things like that. Like, we only allow you guys to see what we want you to see. And one thing we don't want is for you to get negative energy or self-pity, like pity for us, because we know we're grieving. We know this is a sad moment, but we're also happy, right? Because like Coco says, this is a new journey for my mother. And unfortunately, though we cannot go with her, we'll meet again someday, sometime. And she's no longer in pain. And the pain that we saw her endure during the process of her, her journey, it was a lot, and I can speak from seeing her last moment outside of the hospital, right? Like, I came home from the baby shower, and I said this on live too. And it was my brother-in-law's baby shower, his first baby. So I went to celebrate. She didn't want to go. She wasn't in the mood to really do much. Even Elia's birthday party, she came and she was like, "I don't want to go. I don't feel well." So she waited in the car, which was fine. But the day I came home from the baby shower, she was crying. Like, I walked into the house and she was tearing up. And I'm like, "Mom, why are you crying?" And she was just like, she didn't really want to say much. And I just got on the couch and I just started crying with her. And Carlos looked at both of us. He's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I don't know. She's just crying." And I'm crying with her. And I was just crying with her because she was crying. And then I was like, "Mom, you want to go to the hospital?" And she was like, "No, I feel bad for the girls." And I was like, "What do you mean you feel bad for the girls?" And she was like, "I feel bad for the girls." And me thinking back on it now, I feel like she knew she was leaving without telling us. It's like, how they say usually people have those feelings. I feel like she knew. And she stood here in my house without going to the hospital the whole time. And at 12 o'clock, when everybody was asleep, she needed to use the bathroom. And I asked her, "Are you okay?" She was like, "I think I need to go to the hospital. I think it's time." When she said, "I think it's time," she probably meant it's time for her to go, and I took it as it's time for her to go to the
Is
hospital.
that something?
So me looking back on it now is like putting the clues and the steps together. It's kind of like, dang, like, and we had our moments. She sent that text message that I had gospel music on our way to the hospital, and I held her hand all the way through. And I don't even remember doing it, to be honest, but she sent a voice notes almost in tears, and she said she felt bad for me, right? Or something like that. But it's like she's feeling bad for all of us because she didn't want to leave us, but she also knows she has to leave us. And that was one thing that she always said, is that she wants to live. And yesterday I almost got emotional on IG, and I think it cut off. But like, I think about Emma Sweet 16, I think about Emma graduating 5th grade, and it's tough because she's not going to be there physically, but I know she'll be there spiritually.
It's very difficult, but when we could look at the bigger picture, guys, there's the universe. There's the universe. No, seriously, you guys are like in the air with this shit.
You stupid.
You don't. I can sit here and try to challenge my mother, even though she's my superior in a sense, right? When Titi was here, you could have challenged your mother. She's your superior in a sense. I could challenge my boss. He's my superior in a sense. We get those options to challenge people who's the status or value of a bit of a superior to us, right? We don't challenge the universe. When the universe calls and it's your time, it's your time. They called Titi and it was her time. Whatever source of strength that they gave Titi to sit here and grab you, Lena, and talk to you about that day, as sad as it might have felt, as fucked up as it may feel, that's the source of strength the universe gave to her. Some people call it God. I like to call it the universe because I feel like it's just so big, but yeah, like when it's your time, it's your time. And that's why it's so important, extremely important. You try to tune in to the things beyond this earth as much as you can, whether it's through the Catholic Church, those are your beliefs, whether it's through the Christian Church, those are your beliefs. You try your best to really tune in to what's out there. Because the more you tune in, the more you could have just a little bit more understanding of why people go. And you could have a little bit more, just a little bit more, at least, at a minimum, preparation when it's your time to go.
Tune in? Tune into what?
You have to be open-minded. You cannot be you can't let, the bad times cloud our judgment, because that's what happens. And then it closes our mind, and then we can't see shit. We're like, fuck that. We think we tough. Fuck the world. Fuck people. It doesn't do nothing for you, really. Because at a certain point, when the universe calls, all that fuck this, fuck that, thinking we tough, it's something we just wouldn't even imagine. And there's no, you know what I mean?
I think it's more so. I'm sorry to interrupt. I think it's more so the fact that we all know that mommy would have loved to watch the girls grow up and stuff like that. Mommy wanted to be a part of their upbringing.
I understand, and I completely get it. And let me just add this really quick. The universe did not allow.
I get it. And we understand that as a reality, but what I'm saying is that it's sad when we think about the fact that she's not going to be there physically for those moments, knowing she wanted to be. Mommy was crying because she said, I feel bad for the girls. She knows she was leaving against her own will. She wasn't ready to leave.
Exactly.
She wasn't ready. It was not like she was a 98-year-old.
Yeah,
and
I get it. I completely get what you're saying, Barbie, but it's not her choice. If I leave tomorrow, it's not my choice.
But we understand that. But we still, it's still sad to think about.
Yeah, but
we're still entitled to
I
cry
never
for
said
that
it's not sad. But I'm just trying, as long as you could understand, because it almost sounds like you don't understand that.
No, we do.
In a way, what you're saying. I'm not saying
it.
You don't. Okay, but like literally, like it's not our choice, and we need to try to tune into those things. Not Titi's case specifically, in general. Is not, and it sucks.
It's also okay to live your life. We can't tune into that, like living every day. Okay, I might die tomorrow. I might die in an hour.
No, not.
We can't live like that.
No. Wait, let Coco finish. No. Look at Lena's grandmother. Lena's grandmother just said a couple important things. What did she tell you the other day, Ma? she's not living every day saying, "Oh, I'm a die, I'm a die, I'm a die." But she's 83
Yeah,
years
yeah.
old. She lived a prosperous life. And what did she say the other day? That she's
Yeah, no,
what?
she was like, when she told me she doesn't feel like she's gonna be around long, I was like, trying to give her positive, like consoling her about it. And she looked at her response to me was as if what I said was wrong. She was like, "What do you mean? If God calls me and He needs me, I've got to go."
And let me pause that part right there. That's what she said. 83-year-old woman just told my mother, Lena's grandmother, if God, what do you mean? Like she questioned my mother.
Yeah.
What do you mean? If I gotta go, if God calls me, I have to go. Right? So it's not that she's living every day, Barbie, like, oh, I'm a die, I'm a die, I'm a die. But she's just tuned in so much. To me, it sounds as though that she's prepared for it. There is a difference between tuning in and living every day in fear.
Yeah.
That you forget about it. If you live in fear every day, but it's just that tweak, And I get the sad part. It fucking sucks. Like, I've never seen something so crappy in my life. But what's gotten me is the fact that I understand there's something bigger out there and better, So in a weird sense, one that I can't explain, one that I can't even express nowhere near to the way it could be expressed, is that I know Titi is in a good place. If anything, she's in a longer journey than this one. We're in this short temporary journey that has more suffering potential than anywhere else. Why? These are things to be explored. And there's only one person in our family that has the answer right now. It's Titi. Way better than we do, because she's there and we not,
That's true.
Everlasting life is where she's at.
So it's funny, right? Because the last time Tita and I were talking, and Tita was like, why couldn't it be the opposite way? Like, why couldn't we die first and then live? And I was like, but who says it's not the way it is? Right? Like, who's to say that's not what it is? Like, we really don't know if this is really just life. Or maybe when we die, then we really live. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way of really knowing, like you said, because it might just be mommy that has the answer to that. So that was something that Tita and I were talking, and I was just like, it's. I never thought of it in that way until she mentioned it, and I was just like, wait, who say it's not though? Like, maybe the real life is when we pass.
And I believe, it was kind of my feeling, I believe if we could grab the 8 billion people on this earth, and and just pull that one who's got the most knowledge out of everybody of what's after this, just that one out the 8 billion people that's on this earth. That person only has a capacity of knowledge of 5%. The average person, about 1%. A little bit more enlightened, 2-3%. So that means there's 95% that you just will never know until we go.
Right.
But
definitely. But yeah, no, I definitely think that was a great conversation. At the end of the day, she is going to be missed, especially with all, the things to come, like graduation, because me personally, she was always there with me, right? Elena's pre-K graduation, she was there. Elena's dance recital, she was there. Their Winterfest concert, she was there. Like, she was in
let me
pain.
cut you off.
And
let me cut you
wait,
off.
no, she was in
Because
pain.
Barbie looks like she wants to fight me now.
Yo,
Do you want to throw the hands virtually?
Wear the boxing gloves.
But yesterday we had a meeting, right, to kind of organize this and have some topics that we can kind of discuss. So let's get into it. So we're not, talking about the whole grieving, because I feel like, it's gonna be like we're just
this is a grieving.
This
isn't Sickles Bunch. We gotta name this grieving bunch. It's been the show lately.
Rightfully so.
I just let you. I don't want to, Bendito. We all love our Titi, your mom, but I just let you. And I get it. It ain't something to be like, we just having fun with this. But technically, we're a grieving show.
I think it's just fresh and it's still new. So every time we have a conversation about how was your week,
exactly,
there's something with mommy involved in there, right?
Absolutely.
Like whether we had a dream or whether it's the girls are now hitting them, like, and we just talk about that openly. You know what I mean? And this is what the podcast is about. Like, this is what we want to be open about, right? The things that we're actually going through. So, eventually I think we'll get into deeper other conversations, but this is something that we're dealing with when it's still fresh, especially with all the first that we're going to endure. So we're kind of like, I think we're still working on that mentally, like what we're doing, how they're gonna go down. So yeah, that's just what I want to say in regards to that. But let's switch the topic up a little bit. We have some questions that we can actually answer on here that we came up with yesterday, amongst us four. So, let's see. So one of the questions that was asked in the live yesterday when me Barbie were doing the live is that, as far as me and Barbie, right? Like every time we have a problem or something would happen, we would go to mommy. So one of the questions that they asked in the live, which I wanted to answer on here, was who do we turn to now, right? When we have a problem or when we have something, like who are you turning to now? So in a situation where you would text Titi or call Titi, like who would you go to? So Barbie, do you want to answer that first, I guess?
Yeah, I when I was asked that in the live yesterday, I said that I go to Tita and the family. I turn to the family. So we have our family group chat, and anything that I feel like I would have went to mommy for, we have Tita, because Tita stepped up and she said now we are her kids, and she's
Babies,
not
my
not here.
baby, my baby.
She's not here to replace mommy, but she's definitely always been second mom to us. Just like I'm sure for you guys, Titi was your second mom. So definitely we go to Tita for anything that we need, and she's there. She's there, she's readily available for us. She checks on us every day. Like she's always been a second mom. So that didn't they didn't really change anything. It just, sucks that now one of them is not here. But I'm grateful. Like I told you, Tita, I think that God chose you because he sees your strengths. And that's why he chose you to play the role that you're currently playing in the family.
And I'll piggyback off of that with Barbie. Like I also said my aunt Tita because she's always calling us and checking up on us ever since my mom's passing. We talk every single day. There is not a day that goes by that we don't talk. So I definitely piggyback off of that, off of everything
I
that
love
Barbie
you
just said.
guys so much. I know this is not the time, but I love you guys to
We love you.
peace.
We love
I
you
love you
too.
guys. Like I've always loved you, but now I love you guys times two. Times two.
What about you, Coco? You had yourself unmuted. What you gonna say, booby?
Oh no, I was letting y'all to know it's my turn.
Your turn, booby. Hit it. Hit it with the one time.
One time for the one time. Shout out to all my bad bitches.
I got a question for the bad bitches. Go ahead, answer your question though.
Hold on. So what was the question here? Because I kind of think I had something to chime in on.
Like in the sense of like if there was a situation where you would go to Titi for you, right? Who do you kind of go to now? Like,
So pretty much, I feel as though first of all, it's a very good question. Number two, I feel as though we're such a tight knit family that we could almost go to like each other. We have more than one multiple source for like multiple things. So it's not hard to find that alternative because of the tight knit family, we are. So I feel as though me personally, I don't really talk about my problems like that in general. So like I kind of keep that kind of stuff a little bit to myself. Because I never want to worry anybody in the family,
So since you said you go to different people for different things, who do you go to and for what?
It's weird though. That's a good question. It's weird. It's hard
Like
for me to really.
What do you talk to, like Selena? Like, what are the different kind of things you would go to different people about?
I would say it would have to be definitely not no problems. Like I feel as
Yeah,
though
no problems. Like in general.
Okay, in general, okay.
It doesn't have to be problems.
I will go to a little bit of all y'all, to be honest. A little bit of all y'all. And it's usually, what do I talk about? Some jokes. I fucking hit my jokes, see who laughs the hardest, and if you guys are annoyed, I just try to find the next one at the moment.
Yo, I can't.
Yeah.
Who do you discuss your inventions with?
You know what? So it's
a little bit of all of us, I think.
Once in a blue to my mother, but like I get it. Like no one really wants to hear it too much, So it's actually not only you guys, but like it's very like, how do you put it? Like even like friends, I have very few who are like that, Like just it's hard to find someone to talk about like a big creation that I'm trying to like create with. It's just not into people until you don't have results. No one really wants to hear it, you know. And it's hard for some people to see and stuff like that. So I don't really talk to the inventions too much to
Because you
people.
know why? Your vision is for you to understand, nobody else.
Yeah,
Exactly.
very good point. Steve Harvey says something similar to that. That's a very good
Mhm.
point.
Mhm.
That's a very good point.
Okay. So my next question now. Seem like I'm the host now. All right. Coco's always mentioning bad bitches on here, right? What are some of the qualifications to qualify to be your bad bitch?
Be
We're
his
gonna go around
mother.
the
Be
table.
his mother.
Did he free? Oh, I was like, did he free?
Be
So,
his mother. Because I am everything he wants in a woman, so he better put a ring on it.
you're definitely not my type.
Yeah, stop lying. Stop lying.
I can't do no fucking
Qualifications.
70-year-old. I can't do no
Oye,
70-year-old.
Lina, because I'm not his type, Lina.
I can't do no
Hablador,
I can't do no 70-year-old girl. Chill.
habladorazo.
I have to be walking my bitch in and out the taxi with a cane and shit. Come on, mama. Don't do
So
that.
what's the
Oye, Tita,
what's the
te dio
what's the
20 años.
qualifications?
Te dio 20 años más.
Oye, sí, asqueroso.
The qualifications for a bad bitch is pretty simple. There's really no qualifications. You just gotta know. I be walking down the street and shit. Give them that eye contact is everything, really. I give them that eye contact. She give me that eye contact back. That music start playing in the air. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Then we just zigzag to each other in the middle, 125th. Everybody looking at us, surround us, and we get into it. Then it's the bad bitch moment. Take it to the telly, put it in her belly, and I'm gone like Nelly.
Por favor, Coco.
So no qualifications. Y'all heard, ladies? You don't need
Just
to qualify.
eye contact, baby.
Just eye contact.
Eye contact, ladies.
You could be a big mamacita, a small mamacita. You could be it all. He's all for it.
It don't matter. Ain't no
Don't
fun if the
matter.
homies can't get none.
Tita, are there any qualifications that they need to pass in order to be for them to be your daughter-in-law or a bad
Take
bitch-in-law?
him very far away from me. Jesus Christ. Please.
Yo, that's funny.
I'll never marry a woman, so she won't have a daughter.
Oh God, that's it. He ain't never gonna leave his mama's side.
Well, there's a qualification right there. She cannot want to get married. She cannot want to get married.
Or I'm gonna have 4 wives.
Or
all right, in a polyamorous relationship.
There you go. That's better for you. They help with the bills, all 4 of them.
Nah, I'm a pimp. I don't play that. Like, well, I'm not an actual pimp, but I don't play. I take care of my ladies. See what I'm saying?
Oh, there you go. You don't even gotta work. You don't gotta get married.
Work.
You don't gotta work. Damn.
They don't gotta work. I pay for everything. I buy them all Range Rovers. I buy them all. You know, they all good.
Damn.
All my bitches in a range. Interior design.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't play that.
Let me go get one of my friends.
You know what I think a bad bitch is? A woman who do good, look good, smell good, taste good, and she walks in her power.
You talking about me, girl?
You and I both.
Definitely ain't talking about y'all. I don't see none of them in this chat. I don't see none of them in this chat.
A woman who walks in her power, who does good by herself and by others. That's a bad bitch.
Exactly.
I don't see none of them here. I don't see none of them here. All I see here ain't nothing but ratchet joints.
Yo, you stupid.
I see 3 ratchet joints.
All right, let's move on to the next question with your bad bitches. How important is health? How do you find yourself kind of trying to live a healthy pattern? If it's important for you. If it's not, then it's not. But how important is it? Coco, you unmuted yourself. You want to answer that question first?
Say the question again. I'm sorry.
How important is health for you? And what are you doing to kind of find yourself leading in that path, I guess, that you agree upon?
Okay, that's a great question. I gotta be one smart motherfucker whoever came up with that one. Oh, that was
Where the
me.
hell
Oh
is Alex
shit,
with that question?
that was me.
That was Coco.
I sent
No, I'm
Alex the
saying.
link though. No, she said,
No,
"Where the
no,
hell
I'm
is?"
saying, where the hell is he?
Yeah, oh yeah, he would have had a fucking 10 minutes. He would took half the show answering that shit.
He would have
Exactly.
ended the podcast. He would have ended the
He would,
podcast.
oh yeah, forget it. Zoom would have fucking charged me extra.
Ah,
No,
that's
so
funny.
health is. I feel as though health is. It's obvious. Health is extremely important. You know, sometimes you could get in this fine line between like, oh, health is important, but we all gonna go too. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck it, we are gonna go. But I feel as though health is extremely important. I mean, I could break that down a ton, but I don't really have some like exact good words. So I don't want to sit here and like stretch this. And number two is
Don't.
things I'm doing right now to kind of like help, with the health. I stopped smoking, so cheers to that. But I have
Amen.
been vaping. Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
job.
Always, always. Shout out to all my bad bitches once again. But I am vaping. So, but it's a step, at least step towards progress. So smoking, I stopped smoking. What else? I'm trying to
Congratulations.
thanks, booby monster. Number two, I'm trying to
You better edit this piece.
yeah, booby monster. I yo, bro.
All right,
I don't know why
Sapo.
that came out
All right,
like that.
Sapo.
So, and then number two, I'm trying to, what's this, guys? Fuck. Oh yeah, I'm trying to like eat less fast food. Like I just bought these breads right now. These keto breads, whole grain breads, more or less processed shit. You know what I mean? And just trying to eat a little healthier. You know what I mean? As much as I love steak and chicken, but steak you can still do. What do you think, Ma? Or Barbara? One of y'all two?
First of all, I just want to say how mommy's so proud of you. Mwah! Okay?
That means he wants the teta.
Okay? I'm so proud of you. And yeah, me too. I am, I'm getting older, right? So, I mean, younger. So I should have been, I can't be eating like when I was 20, but even when I was younger, I wasn't as educated on eating clean like I am now, but I'm making changes as far as making better choices when I eat. I'm also trying intermittent fasting. And one thing that I was telling Alex, I was talking to Alex, and I said, Alex, I was able to quit smoking after being a 20-year smoker. I mean, I quit, bam, cold-blooded. I'm a sugarholic. I love sugar, which I gotta stay
Cold
away.
turkey, cold turkey did that.
Cold,
What did she say? What did she
He
say?
said cold blooded.
Oh, cold turkey. Cold turkey.
Cold blooded.
Yeah, well, I see rápido. Cold turkey. And because the doctors were trying to get me to use the
Sorry.
the doctors were trying to trying to get me to use the patch, use this. So I was able to do that, cold turkey. But the only thing, guys, that I'm having a hard time doing is getting back on being persistent on my exercise, because diet and exercise go together, eating clean and exercise. So exercise is one thing that I haven't been able to like be persistent and consistent with, and I have to do that.
That's a good one. No, you're right. I forgot to mention that.
I
Exercise.
would say, Tita, don't beat yourself up because your eating habits are 80% and your working out is 20%.
Where you
Although
learned
it
that
is
from?
good to be energetic, you could start slow, like just walking more. And then eventually you pick it up. You could jog, you could do cardio, whatever you want to do. But start slow. Don't beat yourself up because it's hard for me too to be consistent with working out. I haven't worked out in a really long time. And I definitely need to cut that out because I got to move around and stuff like that. And that's also something mommy wanted from me. Mommy used to always encourage me, Mamita, don't stay in the bed all day. Just move around, walk
Yeah.
around, take a walk, go outside, look at the sun. You know what I'm saying? So you guys touched on eating and stuff like that. I want to touch on mental health because that's also a part of
But
health.
I haven't had a chance to go.
Yeah.
But I thought you were gonna go last since you were asking the questions.
All right, go ahead.
I love
She
you.
just go ahead. She just went into a whole different part of health. Go ahead.
No,
but if she hasn't finished, let her go too.
Who?
So
Lena.
what happened? Let me tell you what's happening here. They think you're changing the subject.
No, but
we're
she's
not
saying
changing the subject.
yeah,
The
it's health.
question. What was the question? Repeat the question.
It was how important is health, but now you're touching up instead of on physical health, you're touching up on mental health. So
On
go ahead.
mental health, yeah. So because right now I can't sit here and lie to y'all and tell y'all that I'm on my game with physical health. I'm eating whatever I want and I'm not exercising. That's just the truth. And I know I gotta. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it real. I eat whatever I want and I don't exercise, but I'm not ODing. I'm not having Burger King and McDonald's every day. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still conscious of what I'm eating, and I'm not eating like OD. But I want to touch on mental health because I feel like that's very important too. It's a part of health. And I feel like when you surround yourself with love and genuine good energy, that's contributing to your mental health. So I feel like since mommy's passing, I am very wary of who I'm hanging around with. And I've just been with the family and a very selective few friends. But I don't like to just be around too many. I don't want to be around negativity. I don't want to be around toxicity. I don't want to be around bochinche. I don't want to be around bullshit. I don't. I'm sorry.
I'm proud of you. And your mother would have been proud of you too.
Mm-hmm.
Good. No, but you're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Lena.
So how important is health? I feel like once I had Elena, I took my health a lot more serious. So those of you who know I do Herbalife and I managed to lose majority of my weight doing Herbalife, being consistent with my shakes, my teas. And I focused on, like Tita was saying, she needs to work out and eat. I focused on the way I ate more than anything, and I managed to lose weight with just eating right. I wasn't working out. Once I started to lose weight, I was like, all right, now I need to tone up. And now I started incorporating my workouts. Now I've been very consistent as far as working out up until my mother's passing. I haven't worked out. It's been almost 2 months, and I have not worked out. I even ran a fit camp with my girls in the summertime, and my girls are completely understandable. They're still doing the fit camp every weekend for free on Zoom. I just haven't had the energy to like get up and do it. I'm hoping to be back on it soon because I feel like when you work out, you just feel so good. Like you got something out of the way, right? And what's 30 minutes out of 24 hours to get a good exercise in? And I remember me, mommy, Tita, Selena working out in the living room. I still have that video of us working out in Tita's living room. Yeah, and we were sweating and we were all excited. And that was, I think, right before I bought the house that I was staying at your house. I was staying at Peter's. I was staying everywhere before we got the house. But mommy was working out. Mommy was trying to eat right too. She had her moments, and I think everybody has their moments where they just want to eat whatever the hell they want to eat. And it's all about balance, right? Like you can still enjoy the things you like to enjoy, but just having it in like small portions, right? Like having it once in a blue, like gift yourself that. Like if you like to eat, let's say steak with rice and maduros, give yourself a goal, or maybe, stay consistent for a month and be like, at the end of this month, I'm going to have this treat. So doing that. So things like that. But definitely like what Barbie said, it's 80% of what you eat, 20% of actual physical movement. And it can be walking around the block for 30 minutes. It can be jumping rope. I bought rollerblades recently to try to do something different, right? Like just moving your body, even if it's in the living room of your home, like doing anything, right? And then to touch upon what Barbie said too, mental health. Mental health is very important because if this is not functioning right, the top of your head, nothing else is going to function. It all starts with up here. So you have to tell yourself you're capable and you can do it to then be able to physically get up and do it. And like we mentioned before in the previous podcast, we do personal development. And that's one thing that helps with your mental health. That helps to allow you to have a different outlook on life and in things in general. And honestly speaking, that has helped me in a lot of ways. And, to realize how petty I am and to work on it. And I need to work on it. But it's just different things and outlooks on life. And it kind of just, teaches you that it all starts with up here. What you put in your head and what you're consuming in your head mentally, right? Because if you're around toxicity, you're gonna attract that. You're gonna be around that. You're gonna be that. So you have to also be very mindful who you surround yourself with, who you're hanging out with, right? And what kind of energy those people are bringing to you personally. So it's
Mhm.
also super important to be aware of your surroundings.
Mhm.
But yeah, so anybody want to add anything before we move on to the next topic? I know right now
Yes,
it
I
is.
do.
Go ahead,
I
Tita. It's
do.
11:50. So
Okay. After my sister passed, you're right. Everything Lena said, she's so right. Surrounding ourselves with positivity. Ever since Evelyn passed, I reshuffled my priorities. Like,
Mhm.
it's about family and a few chosen, extras.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
right. Anybody else want to add anything else? Coco, you want to add anything? Final touches? You're good.
You mean overall? Wait, ending already?
No, I think we're gonna do one more question. But anything on the health part that you want to add?
On the help, no, you guys pretty nailed some pretty good parts. Yeah, I think. Oh, just one thing that really helps, probably the easiest thing, if you can, if you can do push-ups, that helps a ton. No,
I'm
Yo,
on
I
seriously.
it
do
right
that
now.
too.
No,
Yo,
not
bro,
you guys. I know Lena probably could,
I
Yeah.
can't. So surprisingly, as much
but
as I've been working out and I've worked out with trainers, I cannot do one push up for the life of me. But I also
Really?
have a wrist that it gets into pain really easily. So I think that's something that people told me about carpal tunnel. I never really got it checked out. So it could be that, but this wrist is over. Like I can't.
Mm.
And I told myself like I want to at least do one push up, and I cannot do a push up.
I
Really?
great. I'm
can't do a
surprised.
push-up to
I'm
Yeah,
save my
surprised you
life
can't
either.
do no push-ups,
but
Lena.
it's because of my wrist. I think I honestly think it's
Well,
because of
I'm
my
gonna
wrist.
give
Like
you
I need to get it checked.
the doctor's number so you can make an appointment and have it X-ray.
Yeah, I actually go to the appointment Tita, to your doctor where you go on the 16th on Friday to get my physical
Yeah, no,
done.
but this one is the one for the joints and stuff
Oh,
in
okay, yeah.
Montefiore.
So yeah, give me that information
Yeah.
so I can go get that checked. But yeah, so and also just being more cautious, right? Like everything that's happening with mommy. Mommy's been diagnosed with cancer twice in her life, so I feel like especially me and Barbie, we need to be on top of it. And one of the
Yeah.
things that mommy always said about Barbie is like, the weight, and not because she wanted to be skinny and look good, but because of her health. And that's something that I
Mhm.
Exactly.
also spoke to Barbie about. Like, she was in the Herbalife a little while. The thing with Barbie, she doesn't like to eat the same things repetitively, which is fine. But then you have to kind of find what works for you and
Yeah.
figure it out. Like, meal prep, and we spoke about that. But again, she doesn't like to eat certain things. So you have to find what works for you so that you can have a healthy lifestyle,
Can
honestly
I say
speaking.
something?
Not yet, because I'm not done. But
No, because
I
it goes
think
with the meal prepping thing.
no, yeah, but I'm just no, but in general, like I'm just saying, like one of the things I told Barbie is like, when you eat a cheeseburger, so think about mommy and throw that shit out real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like health is wealth, y'all. Like y'all don't understand
Mhm.
the importance of health. And if you could just take care of yourself a little bit more, that allows you to live a little bit longer, and be here for the people that you love, the longer you're here. So I just think about it like this. And one of the things that people always say, right, is like, oh, I'll die for my kids. I'll die for my kids. Will you live for your kids, though? Will you live a healthier lifestyle for your kids or for your family, for your nieces, for your
Right.
nephew, for your aunt, for your cousins, for your siblings? Will you live a healthier lifestyle? Like, yeah, we are willing to give up our lives, but would you actually try to put in a little bit more effort and live a longer life for your children and for your family so they could see you here in the long run, But go ahead, Barbie, you could piggyback off of it.
Oh no, I was gonna say that what I'm gonna do this week is I'm actually gonna season and cook some chicken, shrimp, and some stuff today to meal prep. I'm gonna attempt to meal prep for this whole week
That's
because
good.
I've been ordering out a lot of food, especially I work 12-hour shifts. I come home too tired to cook and I don't, I just order, If I got the money in my bank or if I don't, whatever the case, I just be like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna order food. But this whole week, I decided, instead of going to Wawa and buying my breakfast sandwich and a juice or a coffee, I have the instant coffees that Mama used to buy me here. I have orange juice. I have breakfast sandwiches. I have stuff that I like to eat, and I'm doing it moderately. But I'm gonna meal prep this week, so I'll let you guys know next week how it turned out.
Yes.
That's a good idea. And that also saves you money in the long run, right? You're
Yeah,
always
it
talking about
does.
how you're broke, but it's because you're
Yeah.
buying all this nonsense, right? Like
Yep.
if you actually put to use what's in your house, you'll see yourself having a little bit more money in your pocket. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Even if it like
Absolutely.
me, I'll be willing to eat some rice and eggs. I'm telling y'all, I ain't lying when I tell you I ain't ordering food. I hate to
Exactly.
order food. Carlos is the if the girls want to order food, they usually run to Carlos because they already know I'm gonna give them the no. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be a lot more helpful.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Anybody want to add anything else before we kind of go on to the next topic, our last topic?
Not me. I'm be rich. I don't want to economize.
That's
I
fine,
gotta,
boo boo.
I
When you
gotta
become
make
rich, you
more.
take care of us. I'll make sure to call you to order me
I
food.
gotta make more, and I spend less. I'm a real nigga.
I love it. I love it.
I
He
have
said,
that
I gotta
broke
make more, not
mentality.
spend less.
I gotta have that broke mentality so I can have more.
No,
Alright,
no. You
so
gotta have a rich mentality so you can have more.
well, I have a broke mentality so that I can
What?
have more
Okay. What do
because
you? I want you to describe what is a broke mentality to you.
I'm broke. Everything. No, I don't have money for it.
That's not broke. That's but being budgeted and being
Okay.
smart.
So there you go. So
That's
then
not a broke
I'm
mentality.
being a budgeted and broke smart
No,
mentality.
no. Take the word broke out your vocabulary because
She
you
got
ain't
the
broke.
broke mentality. She wants to be a bum in the A train, asking for change.
That you heard? You heard? All right, let's
That's
move on to
funny.
our last topic. What is your most embarrassing moment? Most
Me?
embarrassing moment. Go ahead, Tita.
Remember when we lived in Sickles,
Yeah.
Coco? And I went to the laundromat and I bent over to throw in the clothes in the laundromat.
Classic.
And behind me there was a bench. There was this lady, I don't want to say names, from Sickles. She lived there. So she was sitting behind me. When I bent over, I farted right in her face.
Classic.
And I'm looking for Coco. You know, y estaba en el piso, riéndose. I was so mad at him.
How old was I that time?
He
Tita,
must have been about 9 or 10.
you didn't know she was
Yo,
behind
but
you?
I don't know if you guys remember, and especially if you're from Dykeman, you remember that old laundromat. There was
Yeah.
them two bigger washers that was so close to that thing with the change. And then literally,
Yeah.
like, if you're putting clothes in that shit, that little bench that you sit on is literally like, if you bend, like, you can barely squeeze through there. So my mother bent over, and the lady's right behind her, and then she just came out. She said, "What she said?" Yo, I was fucking dying. I think she
Yeah.
was
I was like,
dying too.
Jack Coco. He kept
The
laughing.
person, the person was dying too there.
Yeah, she
But
was.
at the same time, they're like, como que said, they was choking too on the fart, like
Really?
they was choking on the fart.
Really?
Tita, you didn't know she was behind you? You thought it was
Yo,
gonna come out
I
silently.
knew she was behind me, but I didn't know that fart was coming out.
it was a classic.
Nah,
yo.
you won that
I
one.
was in
You won
shock.
that one.
Yo. My mother was red as hell. That shit was funny, yo.
And you were
Yeah,
just
my mother
laughing. Yo, ya cállate.
Yeah, that was a major classic. That's a good one you brought up, ma. I wish I would have thought of it. My mother was thinking about that one all last night. I'm gonna beat them. Which one I'm gonna get? I'm gonna beat
Ay,
them.
por
I'm gonna beat
favor.
them.
Yo, that's
So
mad
what about
funny.
you?
Who?
Me, damn, I can't think
Coco?
of an embarrassing moment. It'd have to be the typical man embarrassing moment. Like you go and well, I'm gonna name two because one is just in general for the men, and then the other one is there. So one is just in general for the men. I know this happens to every guy. You go either you will go to give somebody like a pound and shit. Motherfucker don't see you. And
thinking about
motherfucker don't see you and everybody around, everybody. And you just fucking looking corny as hell right there. You gotta try to play it smooth and shit. But one specific for sure. I'm with Marlon. I see this little old lady coming up. And she got her head down. And I could have sworn, I'm like, "Oh, Paola, how are you?" When she put it, when she put her head up, it wasn't Paola, bro. Marlon was on the floor with that shit that day. Marlon was on the fucking floor, bro. Marlon was dying.
I know Marlon was
swear
cracking
to
up.
everything, I thought it was Paola, yo. We used to work in the laundromat. That's hilarious, yo.
OD.
those were whack. We
Hey,
appreciate your help. Barbie hit me.
Oh my God. My most embarrassing moment. I would say it was one time I was on a live on Facebook. It was like a competition. It was a radio host. She was like, "Oh, I'm interviewing the person who wins best singer, best rapper of the live, and everybody in the audience has to judge. So since she knows I sing and rap, she was like, you could do both. I was like, all right, cool. So I come on, I sing a song, whatever, and I'm looking at the comments, which is something you should not do when you're in a competition. I learned that the hard way. And somebody commented, I'd rather hear her rap. So in short, they were trying to say I can't sing. So I was like, you know what? No problem, no problem mentality, right? I was like, all right, fine. They didn't like my singing. I'll kill it with the rapping. Yo, I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, I'm gonna kill this shit because I'm a really good rapper. Da-da-da. I don't know what happened, if it was that comment or if it was that I got nervous. When it came time to do the rap competition, I started rapping and I forgot my lyrics in the middle of me rapping.
Ay, Dios.
I just forgot. I was like, hold on, let me start over. And I wanted to crawl into a hole because I was so embarrassed. And this was years ago, guys. This was like when I first started taking my career serious. But it was like 2017, like when I first moved to PA. I would never forget how embarrassed I was.
Ay, 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 ay.
But I had my engineer that I recorded in the studio with. He gave me a pep talk, and he told me, he was like, "You're not a competing singer, and you're not a competing rapper. These people can't do what you do. They don't sing, rap, write their own music, and perform like you do. So let them talk all the shit they want. They're not Barbie LaVie." I was like, "You better work, Tavion." But yeah, that was my most embarrassing moment.
I was trying to think of a good one, but I guess I'm gonna have to go with this one. I remember being in fourth grade, and I used to be absent a lot in school. When mommy wouldn't wake us up, whatever, we'd just be absent until I got a little older. Then I'll get mad when she let me be absent. But we used to be absent a lot. I remember I think I was sick, but I had a state test, so I had to go to school. Because if I didn't go to school, they wouldn't let me do the makeup because they so used to be being absent. They wasn't sure if we was lying or we was being truthful. But I was really sick. So I went to go take the state test or whatever, and I was sitting in the class, and I told the lady I had to use the bathroom. So she was like, okay, they had to walk us to the bathroom during the state test. So she would walk me to the bathroom. And when I made it to the bathroom, I started throwing up in the toilet. And when I'm throwing up in the toilet, yo estoy cagando.
Ay, 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 ay.
Then they finally realized I was really sick. So they had to
Oh
call
my
mommy to come pick
God.
me up. I was walking mad slow because era diarrea también encima de eso.
Wow.
So it was crazy. When I got home, I didn't even know what to do with myself. Just threw my whole self with the pants in the bathtub.
Oh my God.
And I had my fresh Timbs on too. I was tight. But I would say that was my most embarrassing moment. The lady was looking at me like backing up and like she didn't know what to do. So yeah. That
Yo,
was it
that's
for me.
funny.
Yeah. But yeah,
I had
y'all
That shit was corny as hell.
I had a
you
similar
a
moment like
hater.
that. I didn't even think about that till Lena brought it up. I'm like, yo, something similar like that happened to me.
Ooh, that must have been crazy.
But
That
nobody
must have
knew.
been
Nobody knew.
a fucking
I had to go to
landslide.
the bathroom and I told the teacher like I have to. He said no. So I'm like, all right, I'm holding it and I'm it's not pee. I had diarrhea. So it started coming out. And I'm like, and then everybody in the class was like, who farted? All the kids in the class, even the teacher was looking around like, where's that smoke coming from? Nobody knew it was me. So when it was time to change periods, this was in 2018, by the way. When it was time to change periods, all the kids went to the other class. I was just packing my stuff very slowly until I was the last student left. And then I told the teacher, I had an accident. And then that's when he
I'm
called the
thinking of one that
principal. He called the assistant principal of the third floor, and then they called mommy and Rosie. Rosie, they brought me pants and panties to change and shit.
yo,
And
bro,
you
I'm thinking of one
and you
that
went back
happened.
to class?
Yeah, because I went to the bathroom. I got cleaned up, right?
It was you that blew it
And
up then because you came with a change of clothes.
yo, no, but I went to the other class late. Yo, none of the kids was looking at me funny, nothing. They didn't know. They probably just thought I stood behind to talk to somebody or whatever.
That's crazy. I know that teacher, whenever the kids actually use the bathroom, then he started saying,
Oh
go
no,
ahead.
after that, in front of the teacher, the vice principal said, if you need to go, you get up and go. I told you, I gave you permission to do that. I was like, all right. And he
That
felt
nigga said,
stupid.
that
He
nigga
felt
was like, with your
stupid.
loose. That nigga was looking at you. Know he can use that accommodation because he's like, your booty hole loose.
Yo, nah,
He
I was
said,
sick.
damn,
I was
girl.
sick, and
You
he
all
really needed to
going?
go to the bathroom, and he told me no.
He
I'm like,
said,
all
damn,
right.
girl. One time, yo, I was thinking it made me laugh because I was thinking of one that happened to me, kind of like, nigga, I went to go sleep over Wagon Road. And I don't know if you ever slept over Wagon Road.
I did.
And then it's like you set your sleeping bags up all in the floor. It's like in a cabin. No beds in that,
shit.
all in the floor. Nigga, then I wake up and I was fucking drowning in piss.
I do pee on myself, and it feels so good.
I fucking wake up. There's fucking
What the fuck
mass,
you did?
nigga, there's mass students there and shit from the campus. Everybody knocked out. Nigga, staff and everybody in the camp. And I'm fucking over here swimming in piss, looking around and shit.
I'm
like, fucking looking for my life jacket at this point, so much damn piss. And I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, how I'm gonna pull this off? Bro. Yo,
How did you
all
pull it
the
off, nigga?
students in there, bro. I'm like, damn, this is not gonna look good. I don't know how the fuck I made it out. Since I always wake up early, I've always woken up early. Everybody was asleep. So I fucking wrapped all that shit up, yo. I wrapped all that shit up.
Yo.
That shit was all, they ain't even notice, yo. They ain't even notice. And then I fucking went, changed real quick and shit, threw the mail shit in the book bag.
And all that shit back home to your mother.
Yo, all the sleeping bags had to go in the room. I remember when we all had to put like mass sleeping bags in the back of the van or whatever. When my shit went in, I tried be slick because it was smelling like a little meow. So I'm like, like a little pee. So I got my shit, ain't know what. I know whichever sleeping bags were around mine, I know 5 or 6 students left with a sleeping bag that smelled like meow. Like this.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, tell me about it, bro.
All right, y'all. It is 12:08. So we're gonna leave y'all with that. I think today was pretty good. We kept the conversation going, one after the next, but we'll be back on here soon. If you do watch our podcast, we're gonna also try to move on into the live on our page. So stay tuned for that. And we look forward to having some guests on as well. So stay tuned for that as well. Any last minute words before we hit the road, Jack?
And don't you come back no more.
No more hit the road, Jack. And you won't come back no more.
Oh, what you say?
What you say? Everlasting love. This will be an everlasting love. This will be an everlasting love.
Lita's face is like, I'm ready to fucking go. I gotta go buy my curtains.
Yeah. Bye.
Yo, I can't.
Bye, guys.
Listen, this is the Sickles Bunch. We are out of here.
Sickles Bunch, y'all.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Lina eats butt.
Coco eats butt.
Ay, Coco, por favor.
One love. One love, homies.
Yo, you gotta stop recording.
Oh.
He's like, oh.
Bobby eats butt. One.
Coco eats caca.
To my sweet little Titi, you were not only the best aunt ever, you were the funniest. Having you around in my life made every moment infinitely better. And I didn't even realize, I didn't realize it until you were gone. It's been so hard to come to terms with the fact that you're not with us anymore. And it still doesn't even feel real. But I'm so grateful for all the memories you've left me with. And even though it hurts to think about your absence, it's just proof of how loved you were. So until we meet again, I love you, Didi.